welcome to Knack, the one of the launch games for the PlayStation 4. I believe it was like a direct launch game, launch title. We're gonna play kind of different from a vanilla run. I've technically done everything in Knack except for beating it on very hard. So we're gonna do that instead of just a normal run, and we're gonna play with the Diamond Knack to make things a bit easier. See, I made the terrible mistake before when I first played Knack to play on hard mode and to try and collect everything and do everything for like trophies and junk. And that was a train wreck. But very hard mode, it's gonna be fun. So that's the last thing I need to do in this game, and I thought, what better than to play it on stream? It's gonna be a rough ride, but we'll get through it one way or the other. So you can see here with this is my main profile, and I have collected all of the crystals I need. I'll talk more about the collecting process and how that's a pain, especially when you're playing on hard mode. But you basically can't do any forms unless if you've collected all the pieces, and you can't really start a new playthrough because it's gonna basically wipe all the stuff you collected. So you have to collect all of the gems in one playthrough to unlock that knack. So you know that's a rough thing, but let's actually get into it.
This record was taken just 2 days ago in the Highland Crags. It seems the goblins there have progressed from being a minor nuisance to somehow being able to take down a highly fortified outpost. Thank you all for coming on such short notice. And Doctor, thank you for hosting this gathering. How did these goblins progress in such a short time from bows and arrows to tanks and guns? Where are they based? And how can we remove the threat they pose? We must immediately mount an expedition to discover whatever we can. Do we have any volunteers?
The Crags, huh? That's deep in Goblin country. I can get you all in. I'm less sure I can get you all out again.
Victor.
Victor Industries welcomes the opportunity to field test the latest model of our security robots.
While human strength is, of course, desirable, the expedition will need something far more powerful to take on those goblin weapons. The high-tech armaments of these robots should prove invaluable in accomplishing the mission. Any other volunteers? Well then, it seems Ryder and Victor will be our expeditionary force. Yes, Doctor?
Before any final decision is made, I would like to show you all a little something I've been working on. Come!
Uncle!
Hey, how you been?
Good. The doctor keeps me busy, though.
Oh?
I gotta go set up. I'll see you later.
Okay.
Begin.
Just go slow, little buddy. You'll be fine.
So you see here, I'm a little Knack. I don't actually know what that is right now. Receive gifts? Oh. Well, that's actually quite fun. So again, I guess the collectibles, as far as these items, do I have to collect them all? So throughout the game, this is kind of an annoying process. Throughout the game, you'll find treasure chests around that are kind of like supposed to be hidden collectibles that you can deal with. This is the worst. They can't just give you all of these? So you'll find these treasure chests, and they can either have those gems that you need to make a, different knack, or they have these item pieces, which can be used to kind of help you throughout your journey or whatever. They do pretty good stuff in most cases. Like the one that says that indicates when Knack's near a relic. Relics are kind of like their health pickups. Oh, it doesn't seem like it gives you everything though. Actually, did I even need to do this? I might not have needed to do this. Nope, I did not. Actually, yeah, because it doesn't give you all of them. Why doesn't it give you all of them? Why is it so bad? I guess it gives you, like, the least rare ones. So, I guess we'll get to a treasure chest later.
What you see before you is my ultimate creation. Knack.
So, because I picked Diamond Knack, he has, like, the best stats out of all of them. And you can see I took damage. And you can see how much that did to me. Even on the easiest difficulty, Knack can't really take hits well. And that's kind of why hard, very hard isn't too bad.
The foundation of our society is these relics, the mysterious remnants of some unknown civilization that power our machines and make our way of life possible.
So like these are the relics that I was talking about. You can collect them. If I was missing health, they would heal me up. So like because I'm Diamond Knack, let me actually, yeah, I'm playing on very hard. I want to make sure I'm able to kill these things one shot with the jump. You have kind of a normal punching move that does more damage, but the jump is usually the safer option. But because of that, it's also weaker. So Diamond Knack's actually able to beat those enemies in one shot with the jump, which is good, because regular Knack on very hard takes 2 hits. I believe... I'm not sure if hard mode actually changes what their health pool is, but I know that it kind of makes the enemies more aggressive, and that's a pain. Because usually Knack can either move very slow like this, and they tend to move really fast.
Excavate the relics from deep underground, then use them to power our cars, our planes, our generators. The discovery of this source of perpetual energy has changed our lives completely.
Oh jeez, okay, I'm doing it. Kind of expected that one to come out. Okay, well, you see that checkpoint was pretty good. Playing dumb right now. You will see later on, Knack checkpoints usually aren't great. But right now we're kind of having an easy ride. So that's good for now. And you might notice too, Knack is kind of growing with each relic he picks up. And that's kind of a fun gimmick with this. And I think for the most part, the idea behind Knack was to demonstrate particle effects with the PlayStation. Because when the PlayStation 4 was coming out, they thought, hey, that's a cool selling point. So like right now, it's kind of a small baby Knack. We'll see later on that he can be pretty cool though.
Learning the secrets of the relics and how to bring them to consciousness. The result is Knack, a living, thinking, breathing creature.
And to be honest, cool might not be the best word to use. Wow, I just kind of walked into that one. Alright. You can also see that his weird dodge attack, not attack, but his weird dodge kind of has a short range to it. Because of that, you'll notice I most of the time will not use it in combat. Because I found more often than not that I still get hit when I try to dodge. Wow, these platforms being difficult. You can also see that my health is very low at the moment. Wow, these are just being difficult. I actually think these... I played this first level on hard before to kind of test out, make sure everything's gonna go. Or kind of moving differently on very hard. So that might be a problem with the platforms. And I'm dead. Again, good checkpoint. Appreciate that. Because they will be shit later on. So these scientists just watching me, seeing what happens.
Knack, pick up those relics.
What's gonna happen? Whoa, now I'm a big Knack.
As you can see, Knack is capable of explosive growth.
So as you grow with the relics, you actually do more damage. So like the bigger you get, the more damage you can do, which is a nice thing. Usually it makes being a big Knack the more ideal situation. I'm actually able to kill these things pretty easily with the Diamond Knack, which is very helpful. This actually is going a bit better than I think a hard mode regular Knack run. And you can see these guys are just loving it. They think Knack's a pretty cool thing. What sucks with the jump you might see later on too.
Shrink down and go through that duct.
Oh, well, wait a minute. We'll also see what sucks is that while getting Big Knack is pretty fun and can make the progress of a level seem good and rewarding, oftentimes they will kind of force you to shrink down to Little Knack, which kind of slows down momentum. And as I was gonna say before, you'll see that you don't really get any invincibility frames with stuff like the dive.
Power up by absorbing the energy contained within sunstones.
And that kind of sucks, because you'll end up getting attacked sometimes.
The sunstones explosively as a massive shockwave.
We'll do this for the doctor. I think one thing too with Diamond Knack is that sunstones fill up more stuff. So we'll do this. Look how cool that was.
Use the shockwave to take out those robots' shields.
But you might have seen early on
The shockwave
if he'll
can
stop
destroy
talking.
multiple targets at once.
Okay, great. Shockwaves are cool. Early on when I first took damage from one of the guys, I was doing a dive hit, and I still ended up getting hit. So that's kind of part of the problem with diving, is that it isn't the safest option, but it tends to work out. And you can also see that the recovery time after the dive kind of makes it so you can't quite dodge out of the way of oncoming attacks. And you can see too, enemies tend to move way faster than Knack can. And a lot of things can make things difficult. Okay, now we're good. We have health. If you end up getting hit, like, at all, you can often have a bad time with this. Usually there's kind of long battle arenas that are difficult to get through just because of maybe getting hit once. So we will continue on. I think we're just gonna learn another Sunstone move.
Power up again using the Sunstones.
We can do a little tornado.
He can also use the power of the Sunstones to transform himself into a storm of relics. Now, Knack, show them what your storm attack can do to those enemies.
So you usually want to
As
save
you will
these.
see, Knack is able to use the energy contained within the Sunstones to augment his already formidable powers.
Alright, so you usually want to save these Sunstones for like a really tough room. One thing that really sucks with these Sunstones is if you use them up and you end up dying, they remain used up. You don't get any of them back. And that's really sucky. Okay, well, we got out of that room pretty easily. I walked into that electricity, but I think we're done with the first level.
Most impressive, Doctor. You call it Knack, is that right?
Actually, I call myself Knack.
Also, he can talk, so,
Impressive.
you know,
He seems a
whatever.
little delicate to me. When we go after the goblins, we'll face challenges far deadlier than those slow-moving buckets of bolts.
What exactly are you getting at, Victor?
Well, I brought a few of my security robots with me. If Knack can get by those, then I'll grant he has a place in the expedition.
Can do. Let's take this to the garden. There's a bit more room.
So, you think Knack can do it?
We'll see now, won't we?
So, Victor was correct. Knack is pretty fragile. Again, this is like early level stuff, so we have some leeway. But later on, it's gonna get a little rough. I also want to... Yeah, I just cannot do anything with the gadgets. Some of these actually could have been helpful, like the combo meter and the double battery. Combo meter, if you get 8 hits in without taking damage yourself, use the power of the Sunstones.
Targets with a barrage of relics.
Let me through. There we go.
This
Whoa.
blast attack is even capable of striking multiple targets at once.
Alright, combo meter, if you do 8 hits without taking damage, you will do more damage yourself, which is helpful. The double battery lets you hold more sunstones, which is also helpful. Down here we will see our treasure chest, and this might be the only one I pick up. I might pick up more, but you'll see why I kind of don't want to. The broadcast just kind of stops because I guess for whatever reason you can like trade parts with friends. But I mean, it's Knack, so not a lot of people played it. So like it'll show their friends PlayStation account, so I guess they don't want that to just be broadcasted anywhere, which I get. It's still just kind of an annoying thing. So I might just go through them like quick, because it would be helpful to get more gadget parts, to be honest. Let us... Alright, we'll deal with these robots pretty easily. Just destroy all of these robots. Probably costs a lot of money to make. what sucks too is one of the gadgets you can make tells you if they're by where a chest is. And that's something that could be very helpful when going through the game. It's really hard to dodge these boxes sometimes. Don't need those sunstones. And that kind of sucks not having any of the gadgets. Because I think one of them also makes it so you pick up relics. Damn it. You pick up relics from Sunstone if their health is low, I think. And also one makes it so you pick up Sunstones from fallen enemies, which is also helpful. But, well, we're picking up gadget parts, which is fine. I don't actually know how bad this is going to show up on stream, so I might want to look at it quickly. Fighting those enemies worked out pretty well. There's a bit of delay on the stream. I mean, it works out fine, I guess. It'll look a little awkward on the videos, but we'll collect gadgets when we can.
Next.
Now we're fighting bigger guys who can throw cars. Cars are kind of hard to dodge, apparently. Okay, well, we handle that situation. Getting low on that health. So you'll notice a lot of what happens with Knack is you go from small enemies to fighting big enemies as a smaller Knack. And from there, you'll eventually become big fighting big enemies. But then they will still kind of remove that benefit from you and kind of make a contrived reason for you to be small again, which is not fun. Okay, I usually have to watch out because it's unclear what the combos are that enemies have. They can usually hit twice in a row, and that can cause problems if you think you can get a hit in. Because the enemies tend to be much faster than Knack. And you see I tried to dodge under him, that didn't work out. But that was my bad. It wasn't Knack's fault. It's never Knack's fault. I kind of walked into that one. I agree with that. Alright, checkpoints are still doing good. The chests do get collected. I think they count as being collected once you get out of the menu that has their friends' profiles on them. The thing with that is that... Okay, well, that wasn't a good dodge, I guess. That was my bad. I forgot too, there's a kind of dodge punch you can do. What you can do, because one of the problems with the treasure chests and the items in them is that they're random, and there's more items. Let's actually do this cutscene because it's important.
Sorry.
Ow. Kind of just tanking these hits right now. So the items are random. In one playthrough, there are less chests than there are items. So you have to do like multiple playthroughs to fully collect everything.
So, Victor, you still think I'm too delicate?
It seems the doctor will be joining us after all.
But you want him to come, and you want him to bring Knack.
What a wonderful demonstration, Doctor. Yes, Knack must join us in our expedition.
The doctor's really sad about this Charlotte statue.
I wonder what Charlotte would have thought of Knack if she were still around. Come on, Doc. Let's go.
Hurry up, lad. We don't have all day.
Hey, Doc. Thanks for looking after my nephew. He's growing up so fast.
Frankly, Ryder, it was easier when he was younger. Now he wants to know how and why and debate everything. It's really quite trying at times.
It sounds like you need a break. Why don't you let me take him for a few days?
Oh, he's all yours.
Lucas! Just you and me again.
That weird fist bump.
Now, the tracks from those goblin tanks should still be visible. So keep a sharp lookout.
Well, Knack, let the adventure begin.
I can't wait.
Well, my dear, wish us luck.
Just in case if you forgot about Charlotte. The doctor is really obsessed with what happened to her. Whatever that might be.
Starboard side! I can see the tanks!
That's the old crag mine. It's huge in there. Tunnels go on for miles. No telling what the goblins are up to. Let's land and take a closer look on foot.
They've barricaded the entrance quite thoroughly. We'll need to find another way in.
Splitting up should make that faster. Perhaps north, east, and west through the forest.
We'll take the forest. Come on, Knack.